Assalamualaikum,
Sabah.
brother.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you, my brother?
Alhamdulillah,
Fine,
alhamdulillah. It's an honor to be among you.
Likewise,
MashaAllah.
brother.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so much.
to join us today for this discussion and to start our discussion with today. Maybe you can share how do you find Malaysia? Firstly,
Malaysia is addictive and fascinating. You know, in my course of work, I try to bring Palestine to different places around the globe, but for some reason I was usually focused on the West because my oppressor, or the so-called State of Israel, is an extension of the West.
Okay.
Right? But the first time I came to Malaysia was last February, and I was taken by the hospitality, the understanding, the love for Palestine that I have never experienced anywhere I traveled in my life. Actually, this is the second time I visit Malaysia. I've never visited one place twice in a year. Never.
Thank you very
But
much.
there's something very, very, very beautiful and addictive, let's say, about this country, the felt love for Palestine that I never experienced or felt or recognized anywhere else.
and as Malaysians, we also have Al-Aqsa and Palestine always near and dear to our heart, brother. Inshallah.
So,
Okay.
so today our topic, we will be focusing on Palestine, land of love. What as a starter, what you can say to us Malaysians that are listening today, watching us today about Palestine, your country?
What really happened?
Yeah, what really happened over there?
I have to start with the point that the dominant global narrative is a Zionist narrative that suggests that the brutality that is happening there is motivated by religion, and there is a conflict between Muslims and Jews. So, of course, the white man or the Western world, because of atrocities committed against Jewish people throughout history, they will take the side of the Jewish person. Muslims will take the side of Muslims. But the reality is not that. The reality is that Palestinians have been subject to a process of colonization like anywhere else on the planet, where you have a bunch of Europeans going to somewhere on the planet, eliminate the indigenous population and steal their land and claim it as theirs.
Yes.
You know, so there's actually a place closer to Malaysia than Palestine where this process is happening, which is Australia. So that process of colonization abuses religion. So the same way the European abused Christianity to justify brutalizing native populations in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in North America, in South America, they're using religion to justify brutalities and savage behavior as we witness in Palestine. This narrative also ignores the beautiful diversity of the Palestinian people. We are predominantly, most of us identify with Muslim faith, but don't forget it's the birthplace of Christianity. Palestinian Christians are there, so they are missing from the narrative. We have the oldest Hebrew community on the planet, the Samaritans, and they are missing from this. We have Baha'is, we have Druze. We're a very diverse society in terms of faith. We're a very diverse society in terms of skin color.
Previously, they live in harmony. Previously,
Sabah, for example, is a very diverse place.
Sabah, yes.
You know, and that diversity is beautiful. People coexist with one another. People like each other and people dislike each other. Like, it's your choice to like or dislike your neighbor. I don't want to paint this like a romantic image, because don't forget, it's people, and you have good people and you have bad people. But in general, people learn to coexist with each other for thousands of years. One of the norms we have back home is that you owe it to yourself and to your neighbor to be kind to one another. What you do on your Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays is yours. So your faith is yours, but we owe it to one another to be kind and nice and supportive of one another. So that diversity, that harmony, that coexistence that people have been learning over a period of 6,000+ years is being eliminated before our eyes. So we always need to be aware. that we are inclusive in our understanding of Palestinian society. Because if you believe it's a Muslim Jewish conflict, then there's no room for my Christian friend who was murdered by Israeli authorities. There's no room for the families that actually saved my family. My family are not from Bethlehem. My family was from both sides. Were expelled into Bethlehem and were looked after by locals. The locals of Bethlehem are people who were born to Christian families. So those people are missing. We're oppressed first and foremost because we were born to Palestinian families, regardless of our faith. The Israeli bullet does not ask you where you pray before it rips through your skull. It didn't ask 22 Palestinians who were taking refuge in the third oldest church on the planet in Gaza. That bomb did not ask people if they were Muslim or Christian. It's just a bomb directed to murder and eliminate Palestinians.
Civilians.
The people of Palestine, to recognize and honor their diversity and recognize the process of elimination that they have been surviving for the past 100+ years.